What is up, everybody? This is day 6 of Road to Profitability. Welcome back, and once again today, no trades. Right, so the markets haven't been the best recently. They haven't been delivering and creating setups as normally as they should. But regardless, I'm gonna go over the market and let's get into it. So today, let's start off with my bias. It was more neutral. So we had this 1 hour up here, right? So if we were to tap into this 1 hour, I would look for shorts. If we were to tap into this 4 hour and sweep this liquidity, I would look for longs into this 1 hour. But what happened off market open, right? So I had this 15-minute marked out and the mitigated point within the 15-minute. So this was kind of going to be my conditions. So if we respect this 15-minute, I will look for longs. If we disrespect it, more shorts or more bearish bias. So 15-minute was kind of gonna guide my bias for the day, right? So this is market open right here, 9:29. So what does market open do? We push down and we edge this 15-minute. So knowing this, I was kind of look and wait for us to actually tap into this and mitigate the point of the 15-minute that has not been mitigated yet. Unfortunately, did not happen. We started walking up, but off market open, guys, there was a trade. There was an inverse. Okay, so let's go over this. I did not take this, and I will explain why. The trade idea. First of all, I don't like how close we are to the draw of liquidity, but the real reason I didn't take this trade is, first of all, let's go on the higher time frame. Let's go back a little bit actually, so I can know exactly where we were at. So we did sweep these highs, right? But this 15-minute has already been mitigated, so we're not tapping into anything significant, right? There's no 30-minute, no high time from PD array. But if we go on the 5-minute, there was a 5-minute gap all the way over here, which we did tap into. We swept the mitigated point in the 5-minute and tapped into this. And honestly, I was thinking about it, but personally, with my conviction, I don't want to be trading off a 5-minute because I look for, honestly, a 15-minute or higher PD array to get hit and tapped into for us to flip, what's the word? Either bearish or bullish. I don't know what the word is. You guys get what I mean. But reverse. But nonetheless, this trade would have been break even, right? You're going break even ideally at this low. We have this accumulation phase right here. We run up, we sweep. Let's show you guys. Sweep London highs. Or I guess we already swept them. But we swept buy side liquidity and tap into the 5-minute. And the idea is we instantly disrespected the bullish bias with this 1-minute inverse and strong displacement to the downside. Honestly, not a horrible trade. I would not really take these types of trades because if I'm aiming for a PD array, right? If I'm aiming for a PD array as my draw of liquidity, I'm aiming for the very start of it. I'm not aiming for the middle. Why is this? As you can see, if we are going towards a 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour, we aren't guaranteed to like mitigate consequent encroachment of this whole entire gap. But if we are going to fill this gap, what are we at least guaranteed to do? We are at least guaranteed to go to the very beginning of it, right? So the RR in this trade, not the best, but if I were to take this trade, I would have done a 1-to-1 break even right there. 15-minute is the magnet, and I guess just see if it plays out. If this 15-minute rejects too early, then you get break even. But it didn't even get to that point. As you can see, guys, it taps into the very beginning. So, but let's keep playing out price. So what happens here? We resweep these highs right here, right? And then have a, was it a 2-minute? Oh, we're on the 2-minute time frame. Oh, now we are. So there was a 2-minute inverse right here, right? I didn't take this one either because it's kind of the same idea. Mainly for me, honestly, for shorts today, I was wanting to get this 1 hour tapped into, but it didn't end up happening. So, but I did learn some things today that I technically did miss out on a trade. I did not know this earlier today, but let's go over another thing with this trade. So I kind of faded the setup the same reason I faded the first one. No higher time frame really PGA rate that we tapped into, other than sweeping session liquidity. But if we look on the 15-minute, right? So on the 15-minute, we have the sessions marked out. So we have Asia and London. So I'm gonna take out my path tool. That's not the path tool. Path tool. So we have Asia low, Asia high. What are we doing? So we're going up. Actually, it would be better to go over here, honestly. So we have Asia low right here, Asia high. What does London do? So London sweeps Asia high, sweeps Asia low, right? Then we come down here. What does New York do? New York sweeps London high. And then what I learned today is, what are we expected to do in this pattern? We are expected to distribute to London lows or New York lows. So that was kind of the idea I missed out on today. So since we aren't tapping into anything significant, but we did sweep session liquidity, and I guess we did tap into that 5-minute over here. It was not a horrible trade, right? It was actually a pretty good trade. I just not noticed it. So the idea is essentially just, we have an inversion on this leg after sweeping these highs. We were targeting sell side, whatever sell side we have, stop loss at the previous high. I will be implementing this with discretion in the future, right? You learn something new every day. I'm still learning to be a day trader, obviously. I do have pretty good knowledge, but yeah, I think this is a good thing to note for me. I'm not mad at myself. I'm not mad that I haven't really traded this week at all. I'm happy I'm sticking to my rules. I know there will be setups in the future, but when I was looking at this inverse, the context behind it and just how it looked, I kind of just knew it was gonna play out. But it's kind of unfortunate because this RR is absolutely beautiful. Look at this. This is beautiful, right? Buy side. We have a nice break even point right here. Don't even really need to go break even anywhere in here because of the fact there's no high time frame gaps. But oh, I forgot to mention, guys, one of the main points of this video I was gonna explain. Let's look at an ES. So we can see NASDAQ is kind of having some displacement, showing some opportunities. So look at ES today, right? What the fuck, right? What? I don't think there is one. Is that a 1 minute? I don't think that's even. It's not even a 1 minute. There is not one singular like 1 minute gap in this entire leg. This is just straight barcode. So on top of NASDAQ not really tapping into anything significant, this was just my sign to not even take an entry, right? I guess we are displacing down while NASDAQ is having the trade, and we did sweep the draw or the session highs on this. But honestly, if ES looks like this and it's failing to distribute in either direction, I'm most likely not going to take a trade. So that's another reason I didn't take a trade today. But this does play out beautifully if I played it out. Pretty much no drawdown. But that's kind of it for the session, guys. I kind of hopped off at 10, right? So we did have yellow folder news at 10. Yellow folder isn't going to do anything, right? Let's look at the 10 a.m. candle. It's not going to do anything. So I hopped off at 10 because, first of all, we weren't creating any new 15-minute gaps. There is no new liquidity really being made. And I knew the like main displacement of the session, the main volatility is kind of going to be gone, right? So we're kind of just chopping it up, walking down, walking up. So kind of was it for the session for me. I didn't look into any trades right here. If I miss a trade right here, let me know. But yeah, that's kind of it for me today, guys. No trades. We have Friday tomorrow. Um, maybe, just maybe Friday will present opportunity. But this is kind of one of like the first weeks of day trading that I've traded, and there isn't one good setup at all, even if I missed it, that correlates to my strategy. It's kind of crazy to me, but I've been following my rules. It's good to hear. But I hope you guys have been having an amazing day, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.